Hello everyone and welcome back to PC Guys Off-Grid-Cabin, where the work is never done but we're doing it just for fun. So we started off early this morning out there and I didn't shoot any video of it because frankly everybody knows how to mow the grass, except we got out there about 5 o'clock this morning and started mowing. Headlights on the mower helps a lot. It's just too hot to get out there during the middle of the day and try to do any grass cutting. So we're inside. We haven't done one of these cooking videos in a while, so let's get started. And what I'm going to do for you today is an old school southern recipe. This can be traced back to the mid 1800s. Fried fried cabbage. So let's get started. Now, the first thing you need is a good old slab of bacon. Bacon's important because it gives a lot of flavor to your cabbage, but it also allows you to take and get some grease going in there, and that's important. You need that grease in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut this stuff up in small pieces. I went down to the Dollar General yesterday evening in anticipation of doing this, and I told Mrs. PC Guy that I needed a new knife and a cutting board. We didn't have one up here. Now, how much bacon you put in here is just entirely up to you. I personally like a lot of bacon. Hey, there ain't no such thing as too much bacon. At least I don't think there is. I'm going to push that aside for just a little bit, because I've got some sausage, just old run-of-the-mill Helsher Farm sausage. You don't have to use sausage in there. In fact, I'm probably not even going to use the entire sausage in here. But I'm going to use part of it, just because I like a little sausage. I think I'm going to use just about half of this sausage in here. We'll take the rest of it home and use it for something. I'll have it for a snack or something later on down the road. Let's get an old fire in our Dutch oven. There it goes. Oops. Thing ain't wanting to work there for some reason. Hey, we didn't know we was going to have a blooper reel here, did we? Let me take a pause here right quick while I figure out why I can't get this thing to light up. Go ahead. We're back at it. Got a fire going. Let's throw this old bacon up in there and this sausage and get it cooking. That gets a little heat going now. Now while that's getting warm, I'm going to work on my cabbage. Now what you want to do is you want to peel off that first layer on this thing. Throw that in the compost pile. That's where that belongs. It's been out exposed to the air and stuff, and it's tough. What you want to do is cut this thing off at an angle, just a little bit, because you don't want, oh, that little thing's kind of tough. You don't want that core up in the middle there of that cabbage. With that core in there, it's no good. It's tough and it's bitter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up and show you this core in here. If I can get down to it. Take a look at that. See that right there? That's part of that core there. You don't want that in your in the mix, because you'll never get it cooked enough to where it ain't hard as a rock. Like I say, throw all of that in the compost pile. That's sounding good right there already. Ain't nothing like the sound of bacon frying. Now while that's doing its thing, I'm going to cut this stuff up into smaller pieces. Now that looks like a lot of cabbage right there, but it's actually not. Because when that thing, cabbage starts rendering down, it's not near as much cabbage as you think it is. Now the one other thing I'm going to do here is I got some baby carrots, and I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there too. These baby carrots are not very big here, so I don't even think I'm going to cut them in half. Or maybe. Hey, when you're cooking up something like this, there aren't really any rules in how you wind up doing this. Hey, it's your kitchen, you're the chef, you do it your way. Whoops. Now that bacon that I used there had a lot of fat in it, so it's going to take it a little time to render down and cook some of that fat out of it. But that's what you want, because you want plenty of grease in that bottom of that Dutch oven. Come over here a second, babe, and show the viewers what's going on inside that pan. I hope there's enough light there that you can see exactly what's going on there. But this right here, just in itself, will make you a whole meal. Now, if you want to take it one step further, make you a big pan of cornbread with it. That's good too. That is straight up Southern cooking right there. Now, you notice when we do these cooking videos, we kind of jump all over the place and do things from different parts of the world, different cultures. You know, we've done Asian cooking, we've done pizza, we've done fajitas, we've done different things. Now we're doing old school Southern. There is nothing wrong with in addressing and learning about different cultures, and what better way to do it than through the food. It seems that every culture has a unique flair to their cooking styles and their different types of foods. And that's true for every part of the world. So we're going to try different things from different parts of the world on this channel, and some of it will turn out good, some of it not so good. While that's cooking up a little bit more, let me talk with you a little bit about the cancer thing. The cancer, the treatment's going well. If you recall back a few episodes, my face was all swelled up from it, and it was a mess. Well, obviously you can see my face isn't swelled up anymore. I got an appointment tomorrow with an oral surgeon, because they're going to take a look at what's going on with my teeth. And the last CT scan that I had, they found where I had They described it as a lesion, some lesions. In layman's terms, I had an infection going on up there, and they did me a round of antibiotics, and it seemed to help because, for one of the problems I had there was I kept having bad sinus headaches in the middle of the night. Well, since I did the round of antibiotics, that's kind of subsided. So that's a good thing. If you're the praying type, I always appreciate the prayers, though. Alright, so that's about cooked up. So what I'm going to do now, if I can get the paper plate out of there, I'm going to scoop all this bacon and sausage out onto a paper plate and set it aside for a little bit. That's a little warm. That stuff will pop on you. So here's what we're going to set all that aside. Let's get this old cabbage in there. Cabbage and carrots up in there. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to spice this up. I got a little sea salt. Been handling that food so much, my hands are slick. I'm going to put a little black pepper in there. And last but not least, I like a little garlic in mine. And what we're going to do now is we're going to cover that up. Charlie, you want a goodie? Ooh. Preferably without taking my fingers off. Did we not spoil this dog? Huh?
Yeah.
Did we not spoil the dog?
Yeah, you do.
Hey, don't make a mistake of thinking that that's my dog. It's not my dog, it's her dog.
Nah.
We'll turn that old burner down just a little bit there. We don't want to I want the stuff to scorch on the bottom and then the top not be Now, I'm going to take a quick break while this is cooking down and go wash my hands. And I'll be right back with you once this thing gets kind of further along in its cooking. Because right now all it's going to do is just sit there. Alright, I want to show you something here. Now, if you notice, this is starting to kind of come down, but I want you to see this piece here. See how it's getting brown right in there? You know, that's... As it cooks, that's what's going to happen. You're going to start seeing that brown on there. That actually got a little too warm there. I need to stir it some more. If you don't stir it too often enough, it will burn on the bottom there. If you notice that there's water dripping there. Now I didn't put any water in there. All that water's coming directly out of the cabbage itself and the carrots, most of the cabbage. I'll do to show you something here in just a minute. Sit down, babe.
You gonna don't rile the dog up.
I am gonna rile the dog
No,
up.
don't rile the dog up.
Now,
He likes to rile the dog up.
Now, I said that was her dog and not my dog. I'm fixing to show you what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm petting Mama. I'm gonna pet Mama.
Oh.
I'm gonna pet her.
Okay, that's enough.
See, see what I'm saying, though? That's her dog, not my dog. And he lets me know right quick like whose dog he is.
No, he just don't like you messing with me.
You ain't no bad dog. You just think you're a bad dog.
Tell him, say, I am too. That's enough.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I won't get her. I won't get her.
He likes to do that. He likes to rile Charlie up.
But watch what happens afterwards. Now, see, he turned around and jumped in my lap, okay? It's not that he's just jealous of his mama, and he lets me know about it. Then he comes over and tries to make up with me.
Well,
yes, you're rotten. You're
no, normally at home I make him give him a goodie since he riled him up, but we don't have any goodies up here for
actually,
him.
I do have some goodies.
Uh-oh.
You want a goodie? Hop down, I'll get you a goodie.
Ooh.
Here. You protected Mama. Woo. Give him a little bite of sausage, he's happy. Now, I didn't say I was going to give you 2 of them.
That's enough.
You're so rotten. Alright, so we'll take a little break while we were waiting for the rest of this to get cooked, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like once it's finished. Alright, this stuff's just about ready. I want you to see what this looks like now. That takes about 20 minutes or so to get to that point. So it's just a few seconds for the viewer, but about 20 minutes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this back in here because it's been setting out for a little bit, and it's kind of gotten cold, which is expected. We're going to put that back in there, stir it around real good, so that everything's good and hot. One thing I love about cast iron cooking is that when you start cooking with it, even after you turn the burner off, this stuff's going to continue to cook for a little while just because of the amount of heat that's been absorbed into the metal. That's smelling good. Now, a good chef is always going to take and taste a little bit of it just to taste and see what the spices are like. I think we're about there. 'Cause I did, while the camera was off, put a little bit more salt and pepper in. Turn it off. That'd be a good thing to do on camera, hit myself in the head with that. You hear that thing still sizzling there? It's going to do that for quite a bit, even though the burner's been turned off. Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to swap places with Mrs. PC Guy so that we can catch her reaction of just what she thinks of it. Huh?
Let's see.
Now you ain't gonna believe this, but that's gonna be hot.
A little bit.
So what do you think? I get the thumbs up. So I must have done something right with this one. So anyway, folks, remember to smash that like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the channel, and as always, we appreciate you watching. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.